back to your favorite show on television, Top 10. I'm your host, Hector Cox. And today we're going to go over the top 10 best-selling novels released this year. At number 4, we have a novel filled with twists and turns that may make you question your own perception of reality. We have very exciting news that the author will be joining us to explain and highlight specific aspects that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Now let me welcome author of Into the Fiery Void, A Tale of Ginger History, Rebecca Klein. Welcome, Rebecca.
Hi, Hector. Thank you for having me on your amazing show. It's one of my favorites.
So, Rebecca, last month you published your book, Into the Fiery Void, A Tale of Ginger History. And it absolutely took off. I personally just finished it last week, and I have one word for it. Fascinating.
Thank you, Hector. This book took much time and effort, so I'm just very thrilled that the world just gobbling it up.
Now, for those of you at home that still haven't read it, I highly recommend you get right to that. There may be some spoilers tonight, but don't go away. We will be diving deep into this spectacular novel just after the break. And welcome back to your favorite show on television, Top 10. I'm your host, Hector Cox. I am joined with best-selling author Rebecca Klein on her new book, Into the Fiery Void, A Tale of Ginger History. Now, Rebecca, tell me, what inspired you to research the history of redheads?
Excellent question. So I actually have a ginger sister, and my family is incredibly Irish, and we take a lot of pride in that. So as a historian, I've always been interested in my genealogy. It was from here that I decided to research the history of redheads.
Now that is just fascinating. Now, as someone who's already read your book, your title gives a little bit of foreshadowing. Tell me more about that.
Well, I don't want to reveal too much about the book, but I'll indulge for you, Hector. So when I began my research, it was purely historical. I had searched and read any folktales and mythologies that I could find. Like, for example, there is this myth that redheads are descended from Prometheus when he brought down the fire from the gods in Olympus. Anyways, there was this reoccurring theme that gingers didn't have souls. And then after scientific research, I found out it was true. Gingers do not, in fact, have souls.
So what kind of scientific research did you do?
Oh, Hector. I don't want to reveal the entire book. The audience is going to go have to find that out for themselves by reading my book. But I can tell you one thing, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to lead you down an epic tale and an epic story.
I suppose you are right. I do have one more question for you. What do you say to those who doubt your conclusions?
I will tell them that I am just revealing the truth. My book is 237 pages of pure truth. And my job as a historian, as an author, as a sister to a ginger, it's to bring light to a history that has had so much darkness.
That is the second time you have mentioned your sister today. What backlash has she received since the release of this book?
There has been none. In fact, my sister has actually helped me with my research, and she has been my #1 supporter since the beginning of writing this book.
And there's a picture of Miss Klein with her sister, Regina. So thank you, Rebecca, for joining us here at Top 10. And we wish you much success in your career.
Thank you, Hector. I really do appreciate you having me. And thank you for all of you that have read my book. And for those who haven't, you can get it exclusively at your local Barnes & Noble. Thank you.
And there you have it, folks. Gingers don't have souls. I don't know how I'm going to explain that one to my neighbor. This historic moment will change the world for the better. Again, I highly recommend that if you haven't gotten Miss Klein's book, that you should go get one at your local Barnes & Noble store, sold exclusively, Into the Fiery Void, A Tale of Ginger History. So, up next at number 3, are aliens real? Have they taken over the government? Find out next when author Philip Coopens joins us to cover his very new book, The Ancient Alien Question, an inquiry into the existence, evidence, and influence of ancient visitors. And thank you. Aye. Cool mustache, I know. Anyways, so what I did is one of the biggest things I did was personalization. I used a lot of names on both sides, compliments, and I kept repeating the book title as the anchor so that it kind of just sticks in. And then I also, as the anchor, brought up the relationship between the author and her sister, so that way people have a personal connection to it. Let's see. Also, as the anchor, I used a lot of dramatization by using like really eccentric words like best-selling, historic, impactful, fascinating, amazing, and excellent, which are totally over the top. Oh, and then as the anchor, I immediately agreed with her conclusion, which will convince the audience that like someone like me, that with influence, who agrees with these conclusions, it's kind of a bit of a bias. And then the anchor also kept recommending to read the book, which makes the audience believe that it is worth it. And then as Rebecca, when I commented on the haters gonna hate, I used framing bias to show one side, and so that they didn't. I only used one excuse, and like I didn't want to go into details of towards the haters. And then I also used a like fallacy kind of thing in which I never fully like answered the question. I just like it's because it's the truth, so it like circles back around. And then also as Rebecca, I used framing bias and bullshit because my scientific research is not legitimate. And that's why I spun the anchor's question to kind of act like it's a mystery or like something I don't want to reveal because it's just so groundbreaking. But yeah, that's basically it. So thank you. Great class. Sure, I'll have you again, Chris.